Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Pritchett Field. Jason Barfield here alongside Manuel Cervantes for Sam Houston State Soccer as the Bearcats get set to take on the Huskies of Houston Baptist. And Manuel, we'll talk a little bit about this when we're a couple minutes away from the start. Coming off of a big win for the Bearcats last week, a 3-2 overtime win in a game that they were down 2-0 in that one, a second half rally and a win and a thriller. How big of a boost can a game like that be for this team?
Hey, thanks for having me, Jason. Last game they came in, both teams were very, very eager to get the win. Luckily, the Bearcats got it from a 2-0 deficit. Starting today in the next game here, we're looking forward to seeing the Bearcats take advantage of home field and get another 6 points from these two games. So we're looking for a great game, and we're excited to see what the Bearcats do.
Yeah, the Bearcats open up Southland Conference play. 3 games here at Pritchett Field. Of course, tonight against Houston Baptist, and then again on Sunday against A&M Corpus Christi. Couple of changes for the Bearcats in tonight's starting lineup. First off, in goal, Abby Delosier will get the start in replace of Tatum Kruger, who went last week against Central Arkansas. And then a change up top. Sammy Mayock will get the start, and she was a player that seemed to really spark something for the Bearcats last time out.
Yeah, I'm sure the head coach saw that same spark in her last game, and he wants to put her in this game to see if she can change a little bit of the tactics, slow down the game. I know he mentioned in the interview after the game that she's one of those players that holds the ball, funnels balls through, and just sets up her teammates for a goal.
So we're about ready to get set and going with this one. Bearcats 3-5 overall, 1-0 in Southland Conference play. HBU comes in 1-7, 0-1 in league play, and HBU will get us started. So they'll put a deep ball down into Sam Houston's end, and the ball is off of a Husky. Looked like the last touch was Taya Reynolds. So it'll be Sam Houston throw in. Bearcats coming out in a 4-3-3 look. We'll see if that changes any throughout the night as they'll try to get it out wide. There's Mayock on the ball right there in the middle of the pitch. Tried to lay it off for Pollock, the Bearcat captain. Last time against Central Arkansas, part of the focus, especially early, was a high press by the Bearcat forwards, keeping the pressure on that back line for Central Arkansas. We'll see if they try to do the same thing here against HBU as that ball's played out wide and a roll into touch for a throw. Ball played out. It'll be Sam Houston balls. They'll throw it in. Get it to the feet of Mayock. Alyssa Austin had it. Drops it back for Downey. Back to Downey. Downey will play it back to Fredericks. Now a direct ball. Looked like she was trying to go to Mayock, and now Brooke Jones in, and Jones nearly got in on the end of that. It was a good play by the HBU keeper, Ashlyn Franks, to come out and get it. Pollock plays it forward. Mayock couldn't get there. That ball's misplayed in the midfield. The Bearcats will pick it up, and they've got some room to run with it. Jones over here on the near side now dribbles more towards the middle, plays it out wide. Tried to find Katie Johnson out there. Johnson keeps it alive, stays with the Cats, into Mayock. Mayock with the ball at her feet, plays it back for Austin. Austin out wide for Jones. Jones trying to play a little give and go with Austin. Cats lose it momentarily. Downey gets a foot on it. And now it falls to HBU. A good little spell of possession there for the Bearcats. The ball knocked out, but really they were just one pass away from connecting on that after 3 or 4 really nice ones.
Yeah, and like I mentioned before at the beginning, Sammy Mayock's doing a great job up top at just holding the ball, looking to see if any of her teammates are making any runs, and she's just really trying to get a through ball down there.
Houston Baptist now with it, playing the ball forward, and it's into the box, and it'll roll all the way out for a goal kick. Initially, Abby Delozier looked like she was going to charge, decided she wasn't going to be able to get there, sat back, and ball still rolled out, so it'll be a goal kick for the Bearcats. Mentioned Delozier getting the start in goal. Sophomore out of McKinney, played her high school ball at Boyd High School. Sends it forward. Downey with it. Ryan Ford close on her back and forces it out. It'll be an HBU throw, so a good defensive play there by Ford. Poor throw there, and Austin comes up with it. Ball trapped down in the corner, and that'll be out for another HBU throw. Megan Rickert was taking her time with it before she finally got it in, and the ball sails wide. So just about 5 minutes gone here. Bearcats and Huskies, both teams feeling this game out. Delozier will send the ball forward, headed on by Mayock. Brooke Jones trying to get on the end of it. Does she have enough speed to get there? Just getting out ahead of it was Megan Rickert to knock it out. But a throw deep in HBU territory for the Bearcats. Austin with it at her feet. Austin plays it back for Downey. Downey forward for Jones. Jones gives it back to Downey. Crosses in the box, and it's blocked. And it'll be out for a Bearcat throw. Downey will throw it in for Jones, gives it back to Downey. Double team down in the corner. Manages to dribble out, plays the ball into the box. That ball nearly threaded through for Sammy Mayock. Fredericks trying to keep it in for the Cats, and she does. To the feet of Pollock, back to Fredericks. Fredericks, good look, comes out wide to McDonald. McDonald, Downey, can she get there? Yes, keeps it in. Downey, a little step over. Gives it back to McDonald. Austin now. Jones. Into McDonald. McDonald sends a cross in, and it's punched away. Rebound not there for the Bearcats.
What a great ball. She got the shot. The keeper was able to parry it out, and unfortunately, Katie Johnson wasn't able to come down and finish it.
Ball will stay with the Bearcats. The first real threat of the game for either side. Pollock with it, top of the 18. Pollock fires a shot, blocked. Falls for Jones. Jones turns it back into the middle. Nobody there for Sam Houston. Downey keeps it alive. Pressure staying on for the Bearcats. Now HBU able to relieve it a little bit. They'll dribble out. It's Ryan Ford with it. Ford plays it into the middle for Cortez. Cortez punches it forward. And offsides is the call on the far end. So we've seen a couple of possessions now for the Bearcats where they've done a good job of 3, 4, 5 passes to get themselves into position in the box.
If we're talking about key players, Rachel Downey is one of those players that she's always going up for the attack. She's always starting the ball. If it's not with her, it's always going to Alyssa Austin. And they've been doing an impeccable job at constantly doing the 1-2 touches, constantly trying to pressure up, constantly trying to give balls to the forwards so they can try to score.
Good work there by Mayock, keeping control of the ball. Still with Mayock. She does such a good job shielding the defenders and keeping the ball close to her feet. Cats once again looking to get into the attack. Austin out wide for Johnson. Knocked away, a little heavy first touch, and HBU will control it. Ball sent towards the midfield. To the feet of Cortez. Cortez plays it out wide. Ask for the ball back, and a little pinball, and it'll go out off of Cortez, and it's a Bearcat throw.
Houston Baptist seems to be a little bit pressure. The Bearcats are doing a high pressure again, such as they did the last game, and it just seems that it's forcing a lot of errors on the Husky side.
Through ball there for Johnson, just missed. Fredericks challenging over on the far side. Does a nice job coming up with the ball. Fredericks still with it. Plays the ball back. Delosier has to clear it. Out to Jones. Austin. Does she have a little room to run? Plays it long. Will chase it on the end. Austin using her speed. Down the right side. Austin sends across into the box, and it's deflected out for the first corner of the game for the Bearcats.
She does a great job. If it's not offensively, it's defensively. She's always running up and down the field. She's always getting there just in case one of her defenders isn't there. And this was one example where she actually gets the ball up, tries to send across. It goes out of bounds. It goes for a corner kick, but we'll see if they can make something out of this.
First set piece opportunity for the Bearcats. It'll be Katie Johnson taking the corner. Cats will have 4 in the box, all packed down on the goal line. Check that, 5 in the box. Cross goes in, and it's just touched off the bar. And that will roll out for a Bearcat throw. Are they going to give that a corner?
It seemed to be a corner. The keeper, Franks, actually got a hand on the ball, hit the crossbar, as you mentioned, and, I mean, it seemed as if it rolled out.
So it will be another corner for the Bearcats. Looks like Caitlin McDonald will take it this time. So a good look off the last corner. McDonald sends the ball high into the box, back post. Mayock heads, and it'll go over the top of the crossbar and out for a goal kick. But 2 really good crosses from the corner for the Bearcats. Cats, once again, they've got everybody packed in on this half of the field right now. Austin wins the header, down for Brooke Jones. Jones to Downey. Nice little footwork there from Downey. Plays it back to Fredericks. Drops it back for McDonald. HBU wins possession over on the far side, but I think she might have taken an extra touch on it and it went out of play. 11 minutes gone here at Pritchett. So we are scoreless here on this Friday night. Second weekend of conference action. Mayock with it at her feet, lost at that time. HBU plays it back, and a clearance towards midfield. Fredericks got her head on it. And it'll go out. It'll be another throw for the Bearcats. Mentioned Sam Houston. 3 of their first 3 matches in conference play are all here at Pritchett. Trying to take advantage. As Mayock chases down towards the goal line, keeps it in. Mayock crosses, it's too high. She had Jones on the back post. Jones tried to cross the ball in, deflected. Clears only as far as Fredericks, however. Austin. Cats once again keeping it on. Oh, and it just goes past the foot of Austin. Headed forward, Austin with it. Just knocked away as Jones is going to give pressure. I think Jones may have been called for a foul there. So foul on Jones, and it's going to relieve this pressure a little bit for HBU. Chance for them to regroup on the back. But once again, here come the Bearcats pushing high. And I'm not sure. We're 13 minutes through. I don't know if HBU has connected on more than 2 passes. Everything they're playing has just been long balls forward.
They've been struggling with the Bearcats' high pressure. Just like you said, not more than 1 or 2 passes. They just send long balls, hoping to get a ball up there. Just for example, right now, they sent the long ball, try to see if their winger could get there. She didn't, and we're hoping to see if they can actually change it up.
Delosier will play it short just outside the box to Kinsey Arrington. Arrington for Jones. Finds Downey. Downey just over the head of Mayock. Johnson will give chase on the far side. Nice job breaking up the play. The ball comes to Mayock. Mayock out to Austin. Austin tries to play it out for Jones. Jones wasn't able to get there. Situation there where Austin may have had a little more room to run than she thought. Fredericks will play the second hop. And a foul will be called on Mayock. She's asking for the high boot. Could hear Tom Brown on the far side said, "Don't worry about it." I think one of the things we're seeing defensively from the Bearcats is they have a defender in the face right after first touch. And there's just no room to dribble as we've got a foul called on the far side. There's just nowhere for HBU to go with it. They don't have any bit of space to dribble.
The Bearcats are working as a unit. They're not working individually. They're coming together and actually pressuring. If it's not one, it's 2 people at a time, and they're not giving HBU any space whatsoever.
So the Cats will have a free kick just inside the midfield line. Caitlin McDonald will send one high into the box. It's headed away by HBU, but Fredericks keeps it in play. Falls for Austin. Austin can't control. Cortez, the only Husky forward, found it to her feet. Plays it back. Pass played straight to the feet of Fredericks, now to Mayock. Mayock back to Johnson. Johnson looking for some room to dribble on the far side. Cuts to the box and plays the ball in, and it's knocked out for another Bearcat corner. This will be their 3rd corner here in the first 16 minutes. The first 2 they've had good opportunities on.
They're going to have to take advantage of the wind. The wind is actually pushing towards the goal, and it seems as if they kick it just with a good enough curve, it might go in just by itself.
It's like McDonald will put it down on the far side. Kinsey Arrington making a late run into the box. Joins in on the mix. High ball, back post, headed by Mayock and headed off the line. Mayock back in and grabbed. Ashlyn Franks got a hand on it, but it was the defender clearing it off the line on the first attempt that saved the goal. Cats quickly play the ball forward again, but they have looked dangerous on all 3 corners now as Mayock has it to her feet. Mayock thought about going out wide to Pollock, brings it back the other way to Austin. Austin, little heavy first touch there from Brooke Jones. Falls for Arrington. Arrington, good job shielding, still with Arrington. Well, that's nice work there. Finds Austin. Austin outside for Jones. Jones splits 2 defenders and then has the ball knocked away. Looked like a bit of a handball there, got away with it. And it'll go out for an HBU throw.
We've talked about how the Bearcats do a lot of high pressure, but whenever they have the ball, they really possess it and just keep it to themselves. That's where the game goes to them. That's why HBU is having a lot of trouble actually getting forward because they're not doing the same thing and they're not keeping possession of that same ball.
Once again, loose ball goes out and it's a Bearcat throw. HBU just having a real hard time holding possession. Ball will be thrown in by Pollock, knocked out, another Bearcat throw. Sammy Mayock with it, plays it back. And that goes out, trying to find Pollock. That one headed out by Pollock. Stays with HBU. Right now, Bearcats winning every loose ball in the midfield. And that foul goes against them. I think that was Katie Johnson over there on the far side. Got tangled up and was called for the foul. So this will give HBU a free kick from inside the Bearcat half. They're going to stack them right at the top of the 18. Ball goes right there, headed by Pollock. Falls for HBU, and Jones clears it out of the box. I think that'll be a throw for the Huskies. Ball played into the box, headed away. Stays with HBU. So Huskies now look to try to put something together on the offensive end. Another ball played into the box. Crossed across, headed back, still free in the box. Now cleared by Fredericks. Ball put right back in. Pollock gets a foot on the end of it. Falls for Mayock. Mayock trying to hold play up just a bit. Now they'll send a ball forward. Katie Johnson, can she get on the end of it on the far side? No, it's going to run away from her. So 20 minutes gone. We've got our first substitution. Check and see who's coming on for the Bearcats. Actually, it looks like HBU may be making a sub. I think it's a blood check, actually. The trainer came over. Bearcats look like they have a sub ready to come on. The trainers tend to cut possibly on the leg there of Megan Rickert. And they'll tape that up. Brianna Woodall checked in for the Bearcats. So we did get that Sam Houston substitution. One in the midfield by Fredericks. Comes out wide for Downey. Downey to Jones. Jones cuts it back into the middle. She had Downey on the overlapping run and didn't play it to her. Now it's given to Austin, and Austin was second there. As Taya Reynolds knocked it forward for HBU. Falls to the feet of Mayock. Mayock dribbles through a couple of defenders and tripped up, falls to the turf, and it'll be a free kick for the Bearcats, and this is a dangerous spot. Cats will put it down from about 27 yards out. As Courtney Pollock will stand over it. Of course, we just mentioned Brianna Woodall checked in for the Bearcats. She was key in the victory against Central Arkansas. Actually, I don't know if she's checked in yet, has she? I think she's still waiting to come on. Pollock will put it down for the Bearcats. 3 in the wall for HBU. Pollock sends it direct at goal, punched over the top. Good ball with pace. And a nice save there by Ashlyn Franks. That was a good delivery there from Pollock, as we now do get Woodall checking in. It looks like she will sub in for Katie Johnson. So another corner for the Bearcats. They've been dangerous here as the ball comes into the box and punched away by Franks. Another corner for the Cats. Boy, it just looks like they're trying to find Mayock, and she's gotten ahead on a couple of these. So we'll switch it over to this side now, and once again, McDonald will take it. This time, Mayock's going to come from the top of the 18. She had been on that goal line and drifting back. Now she may try to make a run at it. The ball's going to go back post over the head of Mayock. She's going to try to chase it down far side, keeps it in. HBU knocks it forward, but I think it might have deflected off. A Bearcat defender, looks like that's Daniel Forsyth over on the far side. Forsyth knocks it out once again, and another quick throw coming from HBU. Now they're going to slow it up a little bit. Looked like they were going to take it quick. Pollock first to the loose ball. Out wide for Downey. Woodall, little back heel. Little heavy, she'll try to chase it down herself. HBU keeps it in. Downey heads for Fredericks. And Woodall chase it back. So we talked about the impact Woodall had last time against Central Arkansas. Of course, she scored the first goal to get the Cats on the board, and then she drew the penalty that ultimately won it for the Bearcats in overtime.
She's a very quick player. She did make a great impact last game. As you can see, she did a little flick to the back. Unfortunately, she couldn't get it, and defensively, she came back and she capped on her mistake. She was able to get the ball and force an out-of-bounds play.
Downey fighting for it, lost possession. Falls for HBU, middle of the pitch. Played it to the top of the box, cleared away. McDonald punches it all the way down and forces Franks to come out and play it out of her goal. So we've played 25 minutes. The Bearcats have pretty much dominated the possession here, but so far no goal to show for it. Cats have been credited with 3 shots, 2 on goal. As HBU's got the ball middle of the pitch. Fires a ball towards the box, sails over the top. Hey, if we have a look at that from that back camera, I'd like to see how close that was. So first shot of the night for HBU. Didn't force a save, but it looked pretty close to being on target. So Huskies once again trying to get in on it. Downey loses the foot race, played it in the box, and the shot goes wide. Delosier did not get a hand on it. It's going into the side netting. But a couple of good looks now for HBU.
The Huskies are getting more and more dangerous. They're building up confidence. They're seeing that they can actually get the ball at the other side of the field. And as we just saw, they're taking 2 shots. This is the second shot, and we're expecting more from them.
Downey heads it, but it goes out, and it'll be an HBU throw. Downey once again fighting for it. Huskies come up with a loose ball. Valderas had it. played it back for Rickard. Rickard into the box, punched. It's in front of the keeper, and good job there by Delosier to pick it up. A little bit of a panic moment there. Cats couldn't get it cleared out of the box.
Yeah, it was she couldn't get it kicked out right in time, and the way she hit it went straight to the goal, and if it wasn't for the keeper, it would have gone in.
Mayock tried to play it forward for Woodall, who couldn't run it down. The Cats dominated the possession for the first 25 minutes. HBU, though, starting to turn things on a little bit. Cats didn't have anything to show for their early pressure they were putting on the HBU goal, as Woodall misplayed it off her feet, defensively stays with it, and wins the ball back. Nice work by Woodall. Woodall tried to play a ball into the box, just knocked away, and then Woodall knocks it out for a throw. So credit to Woodall for sticking with it. We've got a substitution. Looks like HBU will make a change. Whitney Johnson checking in for HBU. Stepping out is Taylon Rizzo. And that's going to be a Bearcat throw. Downey will take it for the Cats. To the feet of Austin, back to Downey. Downey had some room to run to the middle. Plays it for Fredericks. Jones. Ball played into the box. And HBU will knock it out. It'll be another corner for the Bearcats. This will be corner number 6. I'll tell you what, 4 of their first 5 have been legitimate goal-scoring opportunities. Just this last one sailed over the head of Mayock at the back post.
As we can see, she's back in the box. The Bearcats are all clustered up. We're hoping to see we get something from here.
McDonald will take the corner for the Cats. McDonald sails it over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick. That almost looked like she was trying to take a go at it herself. So a chance for HBU here to get a bit of a breather on that back line. 15 minutes to play here in the first half. Still scoreless from Pritchett Field. Both teams playing their second Southland Conference match of the year. Pollock with it in the midfield. Gonna go out, it'll be a Sam Houston throw. Forsyth will throw it in for the Bearcats. Forward for Mayock. Mayock heads to the middle of the pitch. Ball knocked forward. Headed back by Fredericks. McDonald plays it across for Arrington. Arrington knocks it forward. Right, Arrington and Austin were both playing for the same ball. Austin knocked it off of Arrington's feet. Austin with it here. A little heavy touch, stays with it. Falls for HBU. Headed down by Fredericks. Woodall breaks things up for a moment. Now HBU will play the long ball forward. Balderas tried to get on the end of it. Knocked up high, stays in play. And now HBU knocks it out for a goal kick. Couple of subs now checking into the ball game. Looks like Hannah Dupin will check in for the Bearcats. Kaylin Bickford also joins in on the mix. Bickford scored the game winner, the penalty in overtime against Central Arkansas last week. Ball knocked out there by Dupin, getting her first touch of the match. Huskies taking their time, putting the ball back in play. Ball knocked up, middle of the pitch. And is that a handball? Nope, it was offsides beforehand. Forsyth got the hand up there, and I think she might have had a hand on it. Fortunate that HBU was offsides. Because not only would that have been a free kick in a dangerous spot, that could have also been seen as an intentional handball.
And it could have gone for a yellow card as well. Going back to Bickford, how important do you think this game is to her coming back after scoring that winning goal against Central Arkansas?
You know, we talked to her after the match, and, you know, she had really good things to say just about, you know, not really feeling a lot of pressure, that, you know, she knew that she was the one on the field who was going to be the penalty taker there, and she just stepped up. She wanted it, and she took it. And, you know, I think that shows a lot of confidence for a freshman to be able to do that. And that was one of the things Tom Brown talked about afterwards as well, that he had full confidence in her stepping up and taking that shot. So certainly converting it can only help a young player's confidence. I don't know that she necessarily needs to come out and back it up with a goal here today, but certainly she'd like to come out and have another good performance. As Austin wins the loose ball for the Bearcats, and a little pull on the jersey, and that's got to be a booking. And they will stop the clock, and that will get a yellow card for Taylor Reynolds. Professional foul there by Reynolds, breaking up the play. She knew she was going to get booked for that. It allowed the Cats to organize, though. Free kick from about 35 yards out.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a shot here right now from McDonald.
McDonald's going to take it. Floats the ball into the box. Cats get on the end of it, headed, and it's off the side netting. And actually, HBU was the last to touch. So it'll be a corner for the Bearcats. Corner number 7 of this first half.
We can see McDonald has been involved in almost every single one of the set pieces from the Bearcats.
I'll tell you what, just about every ball she's put in there has been a good ball. It's high, gives the players a chance to run underneath it. And she'll take the corner here. Cats will send 4 crashing in from the top to the head of Bickford, and it sails over the top of the post.
Like you stated before, every single ball that she's been sending has been getting to one of the players, for the exception of the one ball that went right over Sammy Mayock's head. She's been doing a great job. What a great set piece taker.
So the Cats will make a sub as Primacio will check into the ball game. Dupin may have played that one off the shoulder. Dupin, middle of the pitch. Over for Bickford. Bickford has her ball knocked away. Nice little touch, turn and go. Whitney Johnson for HBU as Bickford gets a foot on it here. Downey fighting for possession, wins the ball. Plays it back for McDonald. McDonald will go all the way back to Delosier. Gives it back to McDonald. Just got to make a quick move. Does. Steps into the middle of the pitch.
There's a lot of confidence starting at the back line. You can see every time the defenders get the ball, they don't struggle to get it out. They don't struggle to see who to pass it to. They hold on to the ball. They try to open up a space, and then they either give it back to the keeper or they give it back to one of their teammates. They've been doing such a great job at the back about not losing the ball.
I don't think we've seen a panicked ball yet from the back four from the Bearcats.
They seem strong this year. It seems like we have a whole new back line, but they've been doing really great at working together.
Austin with it in the middle. Tried to play it out wide for Dupin. Just left it a little narrow. But the ball will stay with the Bearcats. 8.5 to play here in the first half. looking for that opening goal. Dupin crosses the ball, and it'll be a throw for the Bearcats. Right down here in the corner. Played it to the foot of Austin, whose touch was real heavy. It'll go out for a throw for HBU. Dupin wins it, crosses to the box. Nobody there for the Cats. Mayock on the second ball. Plays it in, it's deflected, and it will fall for Franks. Mayock didn't really get it clean, and then one of the defenders for HBU got a foot on it. It may have been Reynolds who got a piece of it.
Bickford wasn't a starter in this game, but ever since she's been in, she's actually been involved in trying to get shots, trying to create passes, and it looks like that she really wants that goal. I know you said that she didn't have to get a goal, but it looks like she's really craving that second goal of the season, and hopefully we see it.
Ball played into the middle of the pitch. Austin couldn't get in on it, and now HBU's got a chance to run and a chance to build a little possession. Into the attacking third, plays the ball in, and Delosier, did she get there in time? She did not. So it'll be a corner for HBU, their first of the match, as we are under 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Still scoreless here from Pritchett Field.
Both Bryce and Maggie Reynolds are going up to the top. Both center backs for HBU are trying to see if they could get ahead on the ball and potentially score.
Avery Cortez will take the kick for the Huskies. Sends the ball high into the box, punched away by Delosier. She falls to her back, quickly back onto her feet. Stays with the Huskies. Another ball sent in the box. It's over the head of Delosier and into the back of the net for a goal for HBU. Jessica Nevels put it over the head of Delosier, and HBU has not had a ton of possession here tonight, but they make good essentially on their first corner of the night, and they turn it into a goal.
The one moment that the Bearcats did not do that high pressure, the HBU Huskies were given that opportunity. They were given that space. They took it. They got the shot. And
another look at it here, and that's just a good ball into the back post. Maybe it was a shot. Maybe it was a cross. There were two players crashing back post for HBU. Pretty nonetheless. And it's a goal for the Huskies, and do the Cats have an answer here in the final 6 minutes? Ball played in, and they're going to get another corner off of it. So it's the Cats who've been dangerous on the corners all game long, and then HBU scores the first time they get one. Not directly off the corner kick, but certainly that is what set up the possession. It was that second opportunity after the corner, after it was punched away by Delosier. You can't fault the Bearcat sophomore on that.
Moments like these are where the Bearcats actually have to try to convert off of these shots, off of these set pieces that they've been getting, and hopefully we get that right now.
Ball high in the box, headed down. Austin fires wide. Just couldn't get a clean touch on it. But once again, it's a ball in really that 6-yard box, and the Bearcats couldn't get that finishing touch. Franks will send one long here for HBU, and they'll head forward. Cats sending it right back in. Hermosillo out on the far side, plays the ball in. Was it touched for the corner? No, it'll be a goal kick. With Mayock out, we've seen Woodall shift more to that high striker spot. Ball's played right over here in front of us and headed away by Dupin. It'll be a throw for HBU. The final 4 minutes here of the first half. The Cats have dominated possession, but it's HBU on top on the scoreboard. Dupin might have just gotten a foot on that. Permasio plays it forward for Woodall. Woodall tried to give it back to her. Dupin, though, was out there wide, and HBU had to play it out for a throw. The Cats are going to have another chance here. Downey plays it into Woodall. Woodall, heavy touch. Downey couldn't keep it in. That's about the second or third throw from that corner down there that the Cats have just given away after they couldn't control it off the throw. Fortunate here as it stays with the Bearcats. They'll have another throw from down in the corner. Downey will take it. 3:15 to play here in the first half. That time it's controlled by Woodall. Woodall to Dupin. Crosses into the box. Permasio knocks it back. It'll stay with the Bearcats. Permasio. Bickford with it now. Bickford out wide for Dupin. Dupin crosses into the box. Bickford, top of the 18. Little step over, and a ball slowly dribbles into the box. It's cleared away. Franks was calling for it, and it's cleared out wide, and the Bearcats will keep possession. And maybe a foul over on the far side. It wasn't called. The Bearcats will have the throw.
Despite the Bearcats being down 1-0, you can see clearly that they've been doing a great job at still possessing the ball. They're not trying to just kick it out, just trying to get a through ball, just trying to get a big, long ball. They're still having that possession to where they're trying to make their way towards the goal, but they just haven't been able to.
Foul there called on Woodall. Little push in the back. Relieves a little bit of the pressure for HBU. Bickford comes up with it, plays it out wide for Dupin. Dupin to Woodall. Woodall gives it right back to Dupin in the box. Can she get there first? Yes, she can. Dupin crosses, and it'll be a corner for the Cats. 90 seconds left in this first half. This will be corner number 9 for Sam Houston. They've been so close to cashing in. As McDonald will come and take the corner. Approaching the final minute of the first half. All but one at the top of the 18. Ball crossed into the box. Austin tried to get on the end of it. Headed away. Quick fire back. And it's going to sail well wide. Looked like that might have been Forsyth who decided to take a shot at it from about 22 yards out. And now with less than a minute to play here in the half, HBU will send it in. Is there one last push for the Bearcats? They have the ball, playing it forward, knocked back by HBU. Cats keep it alive, 25 seconds left. But HBU will win the ball middle of the pitch. Opportunity now for the Huskies. They'll take a long shot at it, and it sails wide. That should just about do it. Stelosier will not be in any kind of hurry to take this goal kick. And that will do it for the first half of play. Well, the possession went to the Bearcats. The goal went to HBU. And after 45 minutes of play, Houston Baptist leads this one 1-0. So we're going to step aside for half. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Bring the second half for you here on the Bearcat Sports Network. And welcome back to Pritchett Field. Jason Barfield alongside Manuel Cervantes. About to get the second half underway, and Cats kind of find themselves in a familiar position as they were last week, trailing here at the half down 1-0 at HBU.
They've been doing a great job so far of possessing the ball, as we mentioned in the first half. Hopefully they can capitalize in the second half. They've had about 9 corner kicks, and they just haven't been able to find the back of the net. We're hoping to see that this second half they can actually try to do that and try to get a ball in the back of the net.
Bearcats were able to do it last time out against Central Arkansas. They do it again here against HBU. If they can, it's 2-2 to start conference play, as they look to build a nice little lead here in the standings. Got Houston Baptist here at home tonight, and then A&M Corpus Christi on Sunday, and then they go on the road for 3. So, of course, the schedule will even out. After this homestand, they'll travel to McNeese, Lamar, and Northwestern State before returning home for now Southeastern and Nichols swing. Talking about the dominance of possession for the Bearcats there in that first half. 9 corner kicks for the Bearcats to just 1 for HBU, but HBU was able to turn that 1 corner ultimately into a goal. Ashton Franks had 2 saves for HBU. The only attempt on goal for the Huskies in that first half was the one that hit the back of the net. So the Cats will get things started here. This ball will be played out to the far side, and the Cats quickly will have a throw in the attacking third. Pollock will go over and take the throw. To the head of Mayock. Mayock back out to start the second half. The ball crossed into the box. Austin has it there at her feet. Plays it back. Tried to get it to Mayock. Stays with the Cats, however. Crossed in and wide of the goal, and it'll be a goal kick for HBU. Looks like Woodall also stays on. Woodall not in the starting lineup, came on as a sub. She's back out there to start the second half. She's going to drop a little bit lower than where she was at the end of the first half, where she had kind of taken that striker spot that was vacated by Mayock when Mayock was subbed out. Woodall now is kind of pushed out wide here to the left. Austin will play it to Woodall. Woodall cuts it into the box, plays it back for Austin. Austin, little cross right at the 12-yard spot. Chipped in by Pollock, headed out. Cleared up by HBU. It's still in the box. Dangerous spot. Austin couldn't get it to fall to her feet, and the ball will be knocked out, and it'll be a throw for Sam Houston. So very similar to what we saw first half. Quickly, the Bearcats are out, showing a little bit of offensive pressure. As Woodall couldn't control the throw, it goes out for an HBU throw. Headed forward by Fredericks and headed out by HBU. Forsyth will throw it in for the Cats. And Austin will head it out for a Husky throw. Ball cleared towards the midfield spot, and McDonald will head it away. Woodall breaks things up for a bit. Clearance for HBU falls to Mayock. Still with Mayock. Out for Fredericks. Fredericks drops it back to the feet of Arrington. Cats lose possession only momentarily, though. Fredericks out wide for Johnson. Back to Fredericks. McDonald with it. Good first touch for McDonald. Controls. Drives now towards the box. Cuts it back to the middle. Fires a shot. Up and in the back of the net. Caitlin McDonald from long range buries it for the Bearcats.
After multiple attempts of her actually trying to give an assist on set pieces and just giving balls to her teammates, she finally finds the back of the net herself with an amazing long shot.
Get another look at it here from the right foot, over high, just underneath the bar. Absolutely nothing that could be done about that. Franks reached for it. It went over her head, under the bar, and the Cats have finally cashed in. And as you mentioned, McDonald, who had been on the serving end of so many opportunities for the Bearcats, took it herself. For McDonald, that's her first goal of the season. The sophomore from Saxe. Game on.
At the beginning of the match, we mentioned that the Bearcats were working as a group. The moment McDonald pushed up and tried to go on for an attacking position, we could see the back line actually pinch in. Forsyth moved to the center back position to play as a 3-defender line.
McDonald wins the loose ball here, sends it forward for Woodall. Woodall gets on the end of it, looks to cut it back in. Nobody there to receive the pass in the box, so she'll play it back to Forsyth. Forsyth. They had some room to run the outside, but she does a good job staying with it. Ball played to Austin. Fredericks with it, switches sides to Johnson. Woodall cuts it in. Woodall will fire a shot, and it's scooped up there by Franks.
And that's her first shot of the match. Surprisingly, it didn't go the way she expected it to. Franks was there at the goal to impede the ball from actually going in.
Once again, Cats first to the loose ball. Mayock tried to get it out to Woodall, just didn't fully get on the end of that pass. Once again, pressure from the Bearcats, though, forces a misplay by HBU. Brooke Jones with it. Huskies into the midfield, now punches the ball forward. And Kinsey Arrington will chase it down and tap it out for a throw. Arrington, a late add to the starting lineup here today. In fact, just moments before the start of the match, Tom Brown announced he was going to make a change with his starting lineup. Inserted Kinsey Arrington, the freshman out of Pflugerville, played at Hendrickson High School. Arrington's done a good job on that back line for the Bearcats today. That ball's knocked into the midfield. Fredericks just a step behind getting there. It's won by HBU, broken up by Pollock. That ball will be sailed out for a Bearcat throw. So momentum now for the Bearcats. Can they cash it in for a second goal? They dug themselves into a 2-0 hole last week against Central Arkansas before coming back and winning it in overtime 3-2. Trailed this one here at the half, 1-0, have equalized early. As Sammy Mayock, you see her there, called for the foul. Knocked forward, and apparently she was onside, but it'll go out. I guess the Bearcats were last to touch. It'll be a corner for HBU. So just the second corner of the match for the Huskies, as Avery Cortez will take it. Their first corner kick resulted in a goal. Ball sent, back post, headed, and a whistle, and I believe a foul called in the box. Hey, can you change the period to 2? Pollock wins the loose ball. Stays with it, gets it to Austin. Austin out wide. Continues to take it out towards the line. Now cuts it in toward the box. Woodall was first there. Can she keep it in? Takes it down to the corner. Woodall tried to get Austin. Austin with it. To Forsyth. Forsyth sends the ball into the box. Over the head of Pollock. Fredericks fighting for possession. Fredericks wins it. Down for Austin, who couldn't control. Now HBU. Chance to counter. Still with the Huskies. McDonald over. Gets a foot in front. Clears it forward, and Woodall wins it. Well, that is good defensive work there from McDonald. Didn't panic, held her ground, and then punched it loose. And Woodall drew the foul here. Ten minutes gone here in the second half, 35 to play. Bearcats and Huskies tied at 1. McDonald will send the ball forward. Woodall was trying to get on the end of it, and it's headed away by the Huskies. Forsyth will throw it in for the Bearcats. Tried to knock it forward for Woodall, just sailed right of her head. Austin wins it, looks to cut it towards the box, plays it into the box to Mayotte. Mayotte back to Austin. Couple of options in the box for the Cats. Touched away by HBU. Again, another threat for the Bearcats. That one will go out. Once again, though, Cats got a good ball in the box. Just didn't have anybody to get on the end of it. Austin trying to win it in the midfield. HBU will punch one long, try to use their speed. Another good job by Arrington. Fredericks headed forward. Pollock plays the ball to Jones. Jones, can she get there first? Yes, crosses into the box. Mayotte just a step behind getting there. Once again, another good run into the box by the Bearcats. Austin has been busy in the midfield tonight for the Bearcats.
Touching back on that that you just said, what do you think is the most important part of Austin's role on this team? We see her going up and down, running back and forth. She's had one assist so far. How do you feel that she's impacting this team?
She's definitely been playing more of a central role here as the ball's popped up, and there's Austin coming down to it. Well, that looked like a foul. Maybe advantage played here. Yeah, they are going to play advantage. It stays with the Cats as Austin's with it. Austin plays it to the feet of Woodall, gives it to Pollock. Pollock tried to play a ball in as it knocked away. Forsyth may have scuffed that, and it'll go out on Downey, but getting back to the play of Austin, we've seen her on the right, we've seen her on the left. She's playing more central right now. Just drop back behind those forwards, trying to control the pace. You know, the first half we saw her kind of really get out on a couple of runs. Haven't seen that here in the second half. She's really playing more of kind of a field general and just directing things out of the midfield.
She's also one of those players that is...
Long shot here by Pollock, sails wide.
she's also one of those engine players. I know I mentioned that she's going up and down, side to side. She's one of those players that no matter what she's doing, she's constantly moving, constantly trying to go out, constantly trying to progress and give her team space. As you mentioned before, she's playing balls in and out. She's trying to switch. She's one of those good midfielders that are actually trying to get out there and distribute balls.
Jessica Nevels will check in for Houston Baptist. Forsyth plays it forward for Woodall. Woodall to Austin, back to Forsyth. Woodall's not going to be able to run that one down. Gillespie will throw it in for HBU, and it's headed forward by the Cats to Mayock. Now Austin will drop it back to McDonald. The Bearcat goal scorer will play it all the way back to the box and then give it right back to McDonald. Now she's got a little room to run. McDonald picked out Forsyth. Forsyth kept it in. Right to the feet of HBU, however. McDonald, nice win there by McDonald to Pollock. Now the ball's gone forward for Jones. Jones, can she use her speed to get there? Jones chasing down into the corner. She does get there first. Jones tries to cut it back in, sends the ball into the box to Austin. Austin turned, shoots, saved on the goal line. And it'll be a goal kick. And that was a great individual effort there from Austin. Her shot saved by Franks.
Frank stood her ground. She knew not to come out. She knew that the best option at this point was just to stay there, cover her angles, and that's exactly what she did. She denied a goal. Bearcats, Houston Baptist 1-1.
McDonald, strong header forward for Pollock. Pollock tried to touch it on to Mayock. Man, just skimmed off of her head. McDonald in the midfield. Plays it for Pollock. Pollock will drop it back. Now Austin with it. To Fredericks. Kenzie Arrington plays forward for Jones. Jones, nice play over to Downey, who made the overlapping run. Downey, step over, cross into the box. Knocked away by HBU. Second opportunity for the Bearcats. And it'll be picked up there by Franks.
This second half, the Bearcats have been a little bit more focused on playing on the left side of the field. We mentioned this last game as well against Central Arkansas. The few times that they've actually switched up the play, giving it to Downey and to Jones, we saw that we had an option. We had the opportunity to almost score. What do you think about the switch and play there?
You know, I think they're just looking for the right method of attack, and I think part of that comes along with shifting Austin in the midfield. And I don't know if it's necessarily a matter of looking to play either right or left, but I think Austin's doing a good job of picking the best spot to find the open players. As this ball is sent into the box, headed back by HBU. And right now it looks like some of the opportunities are over there on the right side. But wherever they're coming from, Austin does seem to be right in the middle of it. This ball's knocked out. It'll stay with the Bearcats. Cats will get a quick throw into Mayock. She can't control it. Go out for a goal kick. Cats might have just gotten a little ahead of themselves there. Whitney Johnson will check in for HBU. Huskies with it in the midfield. Play broken up momentarily. And a good work by Fredericks. Gets up, back on her feet, wins the ball. Downey fighting forward. Austin comes out of the pack with it. Plays it forward for Jones. And Jones just can't get on the end of it as it drifted wide.
We see Carlota Suarez and Grace Stein over at the other end warming up. Do you think they could make an impact in this game if the coach decides to put them on?
Certainly 2 goal scorers. Carlotta, a player who has found the back of the net numerous times in her Bearcat career. Has been kind of hampered with injuries this year. She does have 2 goals this season, though. That ball is headed forward by HBU, and the Cats do a good job of keeping that out. Nope, they're going to say it did go over for a corner kick. You know, we talked about the impact that Mayock made last week. It was right about this point where she checked into the ball game. Tom Brown may be looking for a similar type of sub who can come on with 20 minutes left to play and impact the game. Still chasing a winner here. So HBU crosses a ball into the box, headed just wide. On a good opportunity for the Huskies. That looked like Maggie Reynolds, who got a head on it. Came off that back line out of the defensive position to get into the box, and she nearly connected. Delosier sends the ball into the middle. Fredericks there, knocks it forward for Woodall. Woodall, nice touch, keeps possession. Waiting for a run, plays it into the middle. Ball was knocked free momentarily, then HBU cleared it out. But once again, we see how quickly the Bearcats get the ball into the attack.
And Carlota and Grace are checking in. They are subbing in. Brooke Jones is off, as well as Sammy Mayock.
We'll see how they decide to line up. Looks like Woodall's going to switch over to the right side. Stein's going to come over here to the left. And Suarez, Crespo, is going to play a little more central, as the throw will come immediately to Crespo. Nice control there. Plays the ball into the box, and it goes out wide.
Immediately, she demonstrates that she's here to play. She wants to play. She didn't start or play the last game because of injury, but she's showing right now that she's capable of getting the ball at the goal.
Crespo playing for the 7th time this year. So the ball's knocked forward by HBU. And Forsythe does a good job knocking it out. It'll be a throw for the Huskies. 25 minutes to play. HBU with it down in the corner. Forsythe battling, and it's going to be an HBU corner kick. It'll be the 4th corner of the match for Houston Baptist. HBU will put 2 down in the corner. They're asking for Fredericks to be pushed back. And they will play it short, and then Fredericks steps up, and I think the flag is up, and maybe Fredericks might have been playing it too short. No, it was offsides after the quick short corner. So clearly it's a play there that it's something they've worked on, but played the short corner. The Bearcats, though, had a high line, so as soon as it was played back towards the end line, they were offsides. So the Cats will try to dribble it out of the back, and now McDonald will play it forward. Crespo giving chase up top. Played into the middle to HBU. Fredericks wins the ball. Still with Fredericks. And now play will be stopped as the Bearcats had the ball making a run. An injured player in the middle of the pitch. It was Jessica Nevels. She had gotten tangled up with Fredericks. Dropped to 2 knees. Fredericks was off and running with the ball, and there was a potential attack for the Bearcats, but it was pulled back. Bearcats had the ball, so HBU will look to just play it back. So Delosier will pick it up and set up from there. Delosier sends a long ball forward. And the decision goes against the Cats. Everybody on that Sam Houston bench, see Corey Herschenroder, the assistant coach, they were calling for the throw for Sam Houston's way. Fredericks fighting for possession right on that sideline. Tried to play it forward for Crespo, and it goes out. It'll be a Bearcat throw. All square at 1 here. Woodall with it over on the right side. Plays to the feet of Crespo. Crespo gives it back to Woodall. Kinsey Arrington knocks it forward. Stays with HBU. Arrington with it. Knocked out, it'll be a Bearcat throw. No, they're gonna say it's off of Sam Houston. I think that's a bad call. It looked like HBU had the last touch, and it looked pretty clear. Tom Brown saying the same thing over on that Sam Houston bench. Brown came up off his stool. He had a pretty good look at it. Didn't get the decision, though, as Avery Cortez checks in for HBU. Now the Huskies try to put together a little attack. Top of the 18, send a ball towards the box. Easy pick up there for Delosier. Crespo with it. Over on that far sideline. She's got Stein in the middle. Crespo trying to use her speed and can't make the run. Might have been some contact at the top of the 18 as Stein went spilling to the turf. Get a look at what Tom Brown was arguing over on the far side. It certainly looked like HBU touched it last. Fortunately for the Cats, it didn't turn into anything. Play to the feet of Fredericks. She knocks it forward as the Bearcats right now have just about everybody playing back. Only Crespo up top by herself.
They're trying to use her speed to actually take off and send her a long ball. That way she can actually get to the goal. Previous games, she's used the same tactic to actually get up there, find the player, hold the ball, or even take a shot.
Fredericks knocks it forward. Crespo picks up the loose ball. Tried to punch it into the middle. It's knocked away by HBU. Under 20 to play. Pollock will check out, and Bickford will check into the ball game. So the Cats sending attacking options in, as Bickford now in as well. Long ball played into the box. Stein trying to get on the end of it. Fredericks keeps it in, but she's called for the foul. Maybe hands on the back there. Created a little separation. She got called for it. Ball chested along. And a nice job defensively there by Downey to break it up. It stays with HBU, but shot sails well wide. Well, good work there by Downey going for the challenge into the box. She had to be perfect with it.
You could see that she timed her tackle. Even though she had that pressure on her, she was able to get that ball out and just, eventually give it to one of her other players. Unfortunately, it went right back to the Huskies. Huskies took a shot and it went way over the goal.
HBU will play it forward. Headed on. McDonald, good job there, clearing it up. Falls for Austin. Austin to Stein. Stein's got some room to run over here on the left side. Stein will play it forward for Crespo. Crespo holds, knocks it up, plays it to herself. And it's cleared away by HBU. Forsyth trying to get there. HBU off and running with it, and the through ball's a little long as Jessica Nevels was trying to spring Cortez there. And a foul called on, in fact, Woodall over on the far side, a grab of the jersey. It was a first half goal by HBU, Jessica Nevels. It gave the Huskies the early lead. Caitlin McDonald scored a golazo from about 25 yards out. The defender equalizing here for the Bearcats. And that's where we stand, all square at 1. Cats looking to make it 2-2 to start conference play. And a chance to set themselves up in great position to possibly take the full 9 points to start Southland play. Obviously, when you look at the schedule, 3 home games in the league, you'd love for the opportunity to take all 3. It's advantage being given here to HBU. Now the Cats have a player down. Ball knocked away. Frederick's slow to get up, and now play will be stopped. And they'll be out and take a look at Fredericks.
Their injury did seem to come off of that ball that was shot from the Husky player. We're hoping it wasn't an ankle injury or anything like that. We'll see if she gets up right now. The players are surrounding her just to see. We have the athletic training staff actually coming onto the field here shortly to see if it's anything worse than we can imagine.
They actually sent the trainer back, so it looks like it may just be cramps here as the players are looking to stretch her out a little bit. See the Bearcat bench there looking on. Players were huddled around. And now I think they will send a trainer out, as everybody else will head over towards the bench to grab some water. As Fredericks continues to lay down, holding up her right leg. Clock is stopped here. Not as hot as we've had here previous matches here at Pritchett, but still a warm, muggy night. Game time temps are in the high 80s at the start. Temp is supposed to dip down into the low 80s by the end of the night tonight, but the humidity is certainly still there. And it gives a much needed break for both teams. And in a situation like this, This is an extended period of time. With the way the Bearcats have started both the game and the half, I just wonder if a break like this, a chance to regroup, Tom Brown gets everybody together, if they can be the ones to take the most advantage of this.
It most definitely gives the players a good amount of rest. It's been 75 minutes of nonstop soccer. They seem to get tired. Both teams have actually been pressuring pretty high the second half, so it's understandable for players to start cramping, for them to start getting tired and just getting wore down. So this break, as you mentioned, helps them a lot when it comes to kind of, giving their muscles a little bit of break.
Fredericks has played a big part in this match. She's broken up a lot there in the midfield.
Defensively, she's been an outstanding player. You don't see her going much up on the other side of the field to, either counterattack or attack. She stays at her position. She understands her role, and she understands that that's the spot she has to stay to win this game.
And it looks like it's Pollock who checked back in. So just a short time on the bench for Pollock, the Bearcat captain, and she will be back out for the final 14 minutes here.
Bickford's actually checking back down to where Fredericks was actually at. Let's see how well she does in that position.
Downey plays the ball forward, out to the far side. Ball crossed into the box but sails wide. I believe that was Woodall over on the far right side.
We mentioned last game that these players are able to play different positions. We've seen today Brianna Woodall has shifted from 3 different positions. She's played as left winger, as a striker, and she went all the way to the right side as well as Bickford. She's playing as a center mid. Now she's taking the role of Fredericks right now. What do you think about that versatility from the players?
Well, I tell you what, the substitution kind of shifted gears a little bit. Crespo just checked out, so a short shift for her as Mayock came back out. So not much of a break for Mayock as they'll go back to her up top. So the Cats quickly go back to Mayock to see if she can generate something. As Downey will throw it in for the Bearcats. Well, it looks like a lot of contact over on the side, and finally a foul is called. Boy, that was late. That was Brooke Jones over on the far side. She had time to stumble, turn around, ask for the foul before it was finally called. It'll give the Bearcats a free kick just inside their own half. McDonald sends the ball long into the box. Good free kick. Bickford first there. Plays it back for McDonald. Stein over on the right side now. Stein into the box. Headed down. Loose and cleared by HBU.
A lot of the crosses are actually going to Sammy Mayock. They're trying to see if she could get a head on the ball, a touch or something to either get it at a goal or give it to one of her teammates to actually try and create that opportunity for another goal.
Forsyth sent a ball into the box. Pollock couldn't get on the end of it. Under 12 to play.
So after 12 minutes, this game is still tied. They are going into overtime to try to see if they can get a goal through golden goal and see if one of the two teams can actually get those 3 points.
Yeah, if we don't get a game winner here in regulation, it'll be the second straight overtime match for the Bearcats. It'll be their 4th of the season. The ball's played up top for HBU. And it'll be knocked out wide for a Bearcat throw. Cats will quickly get it back in. Finding Pollock. And now sending a ball forward. Stein first there, off the thigh, keeps control of it. Sends the ball forward for Jones, and she can't chase it down. Tom Brown telling his players, push up. He's wanting high pressure, and they do it, and they create the turnover. Bickford, middle of the pitch, still with Bickford. Bickford stays with it again, fires a shot, sails high. Very similar to the goal we saw from McDonald. Bickford kept it herself, dribbled past a few defenders, and just couldn't keep the shot down. Another look at it here. Just see it sail high and wide. But you can't fault Bickford for taking that shot there. Had a good look.
Oh no, she had the chance, she had the space. She went for the shot, went over the top, but that's what Tom Brown is looking for. He's looking for his players to push up and actually start making chances, start taking shots.
Headed back by Stein, but HBU will control. They'll knock it out, and it'll go right back over to Sam Houston. Pollock with it, plays it back. A little heavy touch there by Arrington, and she loses it. HBU with a chance to put an attack together. Good job by Arrington. Stands her ground and wins the ball right back. Plays it forward for Mayock. Mayock misplayed the ball, and HBU knocked it out. Boy.
There's a miscommunication there between the defender and the goalkeeper.
Franks was calling for it, and it was cleared out for a Bearcat throw. And Franks immediately turned, palms up, and asked why. She was there on the ball. So the Cats capitalize. Mayock down in the corner. It's knocked out. It'll stay with the Bearcats. So it'll be a Bearcat throw. Pollock will come over from the far side to take it. See if Pollock decides to throw a long one into the box. Pollock will drop it off short for Mayock. Mayock knocked to the turf. Pollock crosses it in, no call. Mayock stayed down momentarily. We've got 8.5 left.
We see Brianna Woodle coming back onto the field. It's for Grace Stein.
So Woodall checks back in. Stein will be out. So Stein was out for about 15 minutes. Austin wins it, plays to Mayock. Out wide for Downey. Downey gives it back to Austin, tried to chip it forward, and it's just going to sail long. So with the exception of the injury to Fredericks, the Bearcats have the rest of their starters from this first half, for the second half, out on the pitch. Brooke Jones got a brief rest, as did Sammy Mayock. Both are back out. Mayock has it fall to her feet, plays it out for Jones. Jones trying to chase it down the corner. She does. Sends the ball into the box. It's blocked out. It'll be a corner for the Cats. When you look at the difference between the two halves, the Bearcats had 9 corners in that first half. This is their first one here of the second half with 7 minutes left to play. Caitlin McDonald lines up the corner kick. Don't take it now. Come back. The kick will be fired into the box, and it's headed down and collected there by Franks. Six and a half left to play. Once again, though, another good ball into the box. Possession with HBU. Austin tracking back. Ball played into the box. Cortez at her feet. Has a chance, loads one up, and it'll sail wide. Cortez had room to shoot there.
She demonstrated patience. She demonstrated that she could handle the ball, chipped it back, a little quick play, and took that half volley and went right over the bar.
Now the Bearcats got one early in the half. Can they book in the half with goals and walk out of here with a winner? HBU right now with it. Plays it into the box. Cortez sells it well high.
She came in with the right intention. She just couldn't get her body over the ball. And as you can see, that ball went way over the crossbar.
Delosier puts it down. 5 minutes left in this one. Will we have a regulation winner, or will it be another overtime game for the Bearcats? Pollock with it in the midfield, plays it out for Austin. Austin trying to use her speed to get there. Just won by HBU. And the Huskies can't keep it in play. Cats will take the quick throw. Down for Woodall. Woodall fighting off some grabs. And that's going to be a whistle. And a foul will be given for the pull. So now a free kick in a dangerous spot for the Bearcats. Pollock was initially walking over that way, and Tom Brown quickly yelled out for Caitlin to come take it. So McDonald will put it down about 2 yards outside the 18. Cats will have everybody on the back side of the box.
In a moment like this, with 4 minutes left in the game, we can only think, will McDonald take the shot, or will she actually cross it to one of her teammates?
Fired in by McDonald, back post, headed on by Mayock. Ball punched away and cleared by HBU. Arrington sends it right back towards the box. Woodall gives it chase, and that'll go out, and it'll be a goal kick. .325 left to play. HBU will play it out short and send it long. This ball will go out. It'll be a throw in for HBU. They'll take it quickly. Under 3 left in this one. It'll be a Bearcat throw. Cats trying to go 2-0 in Southland play. HBU looking for their second win of the season. Austin with it, looking for the overlapping run from Forsyth. She didn't get there in time, so she'll play it back to Bickford. Bickford, little room in the midfield. Bickford still with it, sends a shot towards the goal, punched over the top. Bickford had a look at it a few minutes ago and sailed it high. This one was on target, and a nice save by Franks.
What a great shot. They're trying to see if they could get the keeper unexpectedly out of the box. It happened the first time with McDonald. Bickford tried doing the same thing, but the keeper was very good at coming back, standing her ground, and actually getting that ball out.
Another look at it here. Yeah, Franks just got a fingertip on it. As this ball is driven into the box off the corner, punched away by Franks. Cats will keep it alive on the far side. Stein with it. And it'll be out for a Sam Houston throw.
Franks has done an amazing job at standing her ground. She had a save earlier in the match. She's been doing great at punching the balls out. If it wasn't for her, the Huskies would probably be down by even more goals.
Headed on by Mayock, and Franks comes out to collect. Quick clearance by Franks. Ball won in the midfield by the Bearcats. Bickford plays it forward. Mayock might have gotten a touch on it. Woodall dragged down top of the box. And a whistle will be blown, and the Cats will have a free kick just outside the 18. It was Woodall who drew the penalty in overtime last week against Central Arkansas. She draws a foul here, 19 yards out, and the Cats have a chance to win it. Just 42 seconds left, so they don't have a lot of time to line anything up here.
The Huskies knew that if Brianna Woodall got past that line, that she was going to get that shot.
She'll take it herself. Shot by Woodall in the back of the net. Woodall has won it for the Bearcats. Free kick from Brianna Woodall. And with 25 seconds left, one more look at it. Beautiful shot. Just getting a hand on it was Franks. Too much power. And the Cats have scored one here at the death.
It was such a great shot. She demonstrated that she was confident in it. She was fouled. She wanted to take that same shot. She got it in the back of the goal. Franks wasn't able to get it out. And now we're looking at a Bearcat win.
HBU will send it long. Nobody there to get on the end of it. They'll just let it roll out of play. Delosier will be in no rush to play this one in. She's told to hurry up, but there's just 10 seconds left. And one good long clearance by Delosier should do it. She'll send it high into the middle of the pitch, and that is it. The Bearcats have won it. They are 2-0 in Southland Conference play.
We saw it last game against Central Arkansas. The Bearcats were down 2-0. We see it today. They were down 1-0. What do you think motivated them to actually come back and get that 2-1 win over the Houston Baptist Huskies?
I think it can't be understated that they came from behind against Central Arkansas. They've been so close. They've had a couple of overtime losses earlier in the year that they felt like they could have won. They were just knocking on the door. They finally broke through that door last week against Central Arkansas. And then here you see it, the confidence of Woodall steps up, takes the shot, and scores it. And that's your game winner. Brianna Woodall, once again, the spark for the Bearcats. She won the penalty a week ago. This time she won the foul, took it herself, and won it. Such composure to step up on the ball with the clock running down to be able to finish it off.
We talked about the importance of getting these 3 back-to-back home game wins. After this game, how do you expect them to perform in the next game on Sunday?
Well, I think now that you're looking ahead to Sunday's game against Corpus, just tons of momentum for the Bearcats. It's a short turnaround. So they didn't have to deal with this last week because they had the Sunday bye. This time you've got the Sunday game. And so for the Bearcats, they've got to be feeling good about themselves. They're going to go to sleep tonight in their own beds. They'll have a little home training tomorrow, getting ready for a Sunday game. Corpus is going to be traveling here. And so for the Bearcats, this is big to get this win. Now you put yourself in position to take 9 points from your first 3 conference games. So the Bearcats win it here 2-1. It's 2 goals in the second half. Another come from behind victory for the Bearcats, and they win it here. They are now 2-0 in Southland play. I want to thank Manuel Cervantes for joining me. I'm Jason Barfield. Sam Houston State, 2-1 winners here on the Bearcat Sports Network.